Okay, since I'm out playing with my new tractor this morning, I want to take a minute to talk about how smooth this thing rides and the link pedal operation, how that works a little bit. Just give a little demonstration of that in case you're wondering what the link pedal is all about. One of the issues out here at my land is the ground is not smooth. It's bumpy is how I would describe it. There's a lot of depressions, some ruts, shallow holes, high spots. What that translated to me in my last tractor, which was a small 25 horsepower machine, weighed about 1,600 pounds, if I was out bush hogging or just transporting the machine to different parts of the property, I was in low gear and I was going pretty slow. So, and that was a hydrostatic also. It topped out at 5 miles an hour in low range. And there are a lot of places I wasn't even going 5 miles an hour, like bush hogging or something. I was going probably half of that, 2/3 of that in a lot of places, just because the ground was so rough. I'm not sure if you can see it from up here in the operator's seat, especially with some grass growing. It's just not real smooth. It kind of looks flat with some ground cover on it, but it's not. It's bumpy. So I'm going to demonstrate how the bigger tires, the heavier machine, the suspension seat, how that soaks up a lot of that rough terrain for you and makes a better experience for the operator, and also demonstrate at the same time how these link pedals with the hydrostatic transmission are working for you in what they're doing. So hopefully with a ride-along demo you can see. I've seen some others where people have had their camera on a tripod and they're kind of driving in front of it, and you can hear the tractor engine going up and down, but you can't really tell what it's doing. So I'm hoping maybe this ride-along view will demonstrate exactly what the link pedal operation does. So we're in medium gear, and you can see we have our little dash light. It says our link pedal is engaged. And our throttle is all the way down. So we're at a real low idle. We're just under 1,000 RPM idle. So with the link pedal, what that does is when I push on the hydrostat pedal, the more pedal that I give it, it's going to raise the tractor's engine RPMs to match that to make me go faster. So this is good for transporting. It's good for loader work. You wouldn't want to be bush hogging that way because you've got to keep your PTO at a constant RPM. So it's not going to do you a lot of good there. You probably wouldn't want to be grading that way, plowing that way, anything ground engaging. It's not going to do you any good. But for transport, it's great. When you let off your hydrostat pedal, not only is it stopping you, it's also slowing down your engine. It's saving some fuel. It's letting you turn a little bit easier, all that kind of stuff. So let's go through a demonstration of both how the hydrostat link pedal works and just how well this tractor soaks up some uneven and kind of bumpy ground and still lets me go at a decent speed and not get beat to death on it. So I let off the hydrostat pedal, the engine's back down to a low idle. I give it just a little bit, it picks up the RPMs, and I can just hold it here with the pedal if I want to creep along. And if I want to go faster, it's just like driving a car. I just give it a little bit more pedal and it goes. So this little area gets washed out an awful lot. It's been rainy. You can see how gray and muddy and dreary it is out here today. But this spot going up this hill has always been an area with a lot of washouts. It ruts a lot. It's an area where I've always had to drive really, really slow, or else the tractor would just beat me up too much. So let's see how this bigger machine handles it. So a little bumpy, but I didn't feel like I was getting thrown around. I mean, I could feel that I was being jostled around a little bit, but it wasn't jarring motion. Like in my smaller machine, just not even going half that speed, I wouldn't have been able to tolerate it, just because it would have been bouncing me around so abruptly. I just wouldn't tolerate it. On this machine, going full speed in medium gear, or in medium range, it was just fine. So there's definitely a benefit to having these larger tires and having just a 5,000-pound machine versus a 1,600 pound machine. That's going to translate a lot into how fast you can actually travel over some rough ground. So hopefully that was a good demonstration for the link pedals, how they operate, what that function does for you, and just how a bigger machine can make you a little bit more comfortable while you're working. Thanks for watching.